We're very excited about the deal and the opportunity to accelerate our U.S. footprint, and more importantly, those critical jobs we do for small businesses as we add to the Xero platform with the Melio acquisition. Always fun to see you, of course.
All right, so let's get right into it. I think the key question is, Melio, what are your plans? How are you going to integrate it into what Xero is already doing and use that to expand into and grow into the U.S. market?
Well, first of all, Melio is best-of-breed accounts payable software that helps manage all the workflows associated with accounts payable, with managing your bills, ingesting bills, scheduling payments for accountants and bookkeepers, and more importantly, of course, those key small businesses. And then they, of course, process the payment and take a transaction clip of every transaction. And then, of course, they integrate back with workflows like Xero accounting software when it comes to reconciliation. So how do we see it working? Well, very simply, today on Xero, we already do accounting workflows. We do create invoices and allow payment on the platform. As we add this critical job, you can now manage your bills workflows and then, of course, pay your bills also on Xero, coming full circle. And we think that payments plus accounting software are 1 + 1 = 3 in the U.S.
So talk to us a little bit more. Let's dig deeper. You've got something called Jax, which is your AI chatbot, right? How are you planning on using that and developing that to make for a better experience for especially small businesses?
Well, you know, I think you're talking about one of the most interesting trends. If you are a platform business like we are and you seek to do jobs like accounting, payroll, payments on the platform, when we think about Jax, we think of it as this, you know, Jax is the name, of course, Xero's agent, but increasingly a super agent, an agent that can not only sort of answer your prompts if they're conversational and give you insights, but will increasingly take action across these jobs that are on our platform. And I think that is the most critical thing about AI, of course. We see companies that are like us, we're a system of record for a company's financial health, becoming systems of action. And so we look forward to the day where Jax, you know, can interoperate across the jobs to be done on Xero, including, of course, jobs like payment jobs with the Melio acquisition.
So, Sukhinder, the bottom line, you're looking to, you're hoping and betting that the acquisition of Melio is going to be able to double your revenues this year in the next 3 years. So let me ask you about subs. You're at about 4.2 million, is that right, subscribers? How's that base going to grow?
Globally. Yes, yes. So look, we're about 4.4, yes. But on the day one of the U.S. acquisition, on the day one of close, between Melio and Xero, we will have almost 500,000 subs in North America. And that's about an average ARPU, or average revenue per user, of about $50 a month, the combined business operations. So what does success look like? Well, in the U.S., it's about significant acceleration of our revenue, but we believe that includes the ability to acquire customers at a faster rate. By putting these two jobs together, you have a more compelling value proposition and higher monetization ability. So that's how we see this significant acquisition contributing to that, you know, that top line growth doubling by 2028. The deal, we believe, will be slightly dilutive in the short term on a Rule of 40 basis while the group remains profitable. But very importantly, by 2028, we see ourselves back above Rule of 40 and, of course, continue to generate strong cash flow at the group level while having a significantly strengthened and scaled U.S. business.
So, yeah, I want to ask you sort of a management or even a philosophical question, Sukhinder, as we sort of wrap up here. You're obviously, with this acquisition, you're growing, you're scaling, getting a heck of a lot bigger with Melio, and going global as well, breaking the U.S. market. But, you know, as a company, though, Xero has a very, I wouldn't say unusual, but it's got a corporate culture which is apparently very inclusive and very purpose-driven, right? So as you get bigger, how do you ensure you don't lose that?
Well, you know, it's interesting. I always say to people, when you talk about the Xero culture, it is one of the most special things about the company is that it loves serving small businesses, and it is diverse, welcoming, inclusive, and that's wonderful. But what that really means is when you turbocharge that with ambition, but purpose-led ambition, you know, I'd say Xeros respond very favorably. They know that when we seek to, you know, grow the U.S., it's not just about the numbers. It's about the purpose. It's about growing the ability to serve small businesses multiple ways. So we appeal to Xero's ambitions on purpose alongside performance, and in our culture, that is the win-win.